a little extra storage on your Coachmen Beyond or your CrossFit with a bike rack, even on any other little Class B that has a Summit bike rack on the back, this will work. So stand by and I'll show you how. Okay, so what I thought was, let me lay this down and I'll show you what I've come up with. I still don't like those, be very careful. They're going to be gone. But I looked at this, I said, this is a nice little shelf right here. The only problem is, what do I put? So I thought about it and I said, well, this is going to be my plan. Check this out. An aluminum box. It's going to fit in here. Wow, it got really hot sitting in the sun for a few minutes, by the way. But it's going to sit right on this, just like this. So, in order to get that to that point, I'm going to have to make some changes to it. Boy, that black box got hot. Okay. I need to take these rails off right here, and then I'm also going to take these off. I'm going to end up with just this metal hoop and the two arms that come out. So the first thing I got to do is to take these rails off. Because the way it's designed, you can't push it that way and it come out, and you can't go this way because there's like a blocker that comes down here. So to get past that, I need to remove it over here. So I got a bit. I'm going to put that in here. Like that. And see, that's what right there was keeping it from sliding, because on the bottom of this tray, it's got this right here. And that's what keeps it from sliding past that. And when those bolts are at the other end, it keeps it from sliding that away. So. Okay, so I have the frame reduced to the minimum that I want it to be. I just basically have this arm that comes around attached to the door, and I left these two arms on it, and that's what I'm going to put my toolbox on. So the next step, I'm going to run down to Home Depot and get 3 pieces of aluminum bar that I'll put here, some nuts and bolts and washers, lock washers, and then that'll fit there. And then the box is 24 inches wide, and this opening right here is 24 7/8. So, and the box is 16 inches deep, I think it was. Yeah, 16 inches deep. So it's going to sit right about to here. So I'll still have room. I can reach over and unlock the door if I want to. You open the door, and I think it's going to work out pretty good. Like I said, this is like the most cost-effective way I've seen of doing it. The box is about $150. I'm probably going to spend about $30 on the aluminum, maybe $5 on nuts and bolts. So I'll have under $200 in this. But next stop is Home Depot, so stand by. Okay, so once I got my aluminum bar, it was actually one big piece. It was like I think 96 inches long. So I cut it to length, and basically it's a little bit longer than from here to here. It just extends it just a little bit. And I went ahead and I took a jigsaw with a metal blade and I cut it kind of a little bit round, and then I drilled the holes in it. I marked it and I put the holes in here like this.
And you also took off some of the sharp
yeah,
with a hasp.
Well, file. Yeah, after I cut it with the jigsaw, I took a metal file because otherwise that would cut you. So I smoothed that off, and that's what that's going to look like. So I did that, and did this one. This one I'm going to see about getting a U-bolt. I bought these U-bolts here, and I've just got to see how it's going to work with the box on there. It might be, I need a bigger one, I'm not sure, because I've just got to see where the box fits on here. So that's my next step. So I got my box. And this is the box I picked up off of Amazon. You can see it's nice and light. And this is the first time I've actually sat it up here to see what it's going to look like. It's going to sit here just like that. Yeah. Okay, and you see my dilemma is the holes. The distance in here is my problem. Is if I do bolt this metal down, what I'll have to do is bolt it behind the box and just slide the box out a little bit, and that'll work. That'll work. I'll put my holes further back here, but that's what the box will look like pretty soon. See, it would be nice if I could slide it further back.
Then you lose that front support. That's a good support.
But I lose the front support, and I only have two. So I do like the three supports. So that's what it's going to look like. And this box it's an Arxon box. The reviews on it said that it was really thin metal, thin aluminum, but it's a cheap little box. It was only like $150, and I'm happy with it. I'm just going to put a sewer hose in it and power cable and stuff like that. So far it's looking pretty good. I got to do that in the back, and then I'll be mounting the box pretty soon. So that's what it's going to look like, though. And I even got a place up here where I could hang a towel or something. One of the comments about these boxes is that they get dented real easy. You can see there's a dent right here. It came with that dent in it. I don't know if you can see that in the picture. Okay. But it came like that from Amazon. And I also unbolted this arm right here, so I was able to slide all the plastic locks on it and the bike holders up here. I slid them all off. So basically, it's just the aluminum. It's just the steel bar here with the two arms on it. Got it? Mm-hmm. And it's in focus?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I got all this has been built now. This is all there, and you can see I could actually like lift it up. You can see I got a U-bolt here, a U-bolt there. These are bolted on like that. But what I'm going to do next, all this weight, even on the bicycle rack, it's held by this one bolt here and this one bolt here, because it pivots right there. Then this little plastic thing rests against here. So all that weight is on these two bolts. So my thoughts are, I'm going to buy a couple more of these U-bolts, and I'm going to just put them through here around the back like this, so they'll be facing backwards, And it's just there as just an extra little safety. I mean, I'm not going to even tighten them down. They're just going to be snug. But that'll be just in case that bolt breaks. Just me being extra cautious. The next step after that, I'm going to get some weather stripping because my box sits on top of these bolt heads right here. And I'm going to just raise it up a little bit. So I'm going to get some maybe 1/4 inch thick weather stripping and put down on top of this, and then the box will go on there. So let me put the box on there. You can see what it looks like. Okay. And that's what it's going to look like once it's all done. It's going to be a pretty handy little addition, I think. It's I'm not sure. I don't think my bicycle rack will work with this, but worst case,
It doesn't look like the bicycles will fit under
no,
that.
I don't think my bike rack's gonna come out far enough because I know my handlebars stick out about here, so it kind of messes me up for my bike rack. But just for general traveling around the country, this would be a great place to put a sewer hose. If I could even get a smaller, little thinner box and a taller box, I could mount on the back ones and just have these pipes sticking out. But this is going to be pretty good, I think, just the way it is. Just for general, everyday traveling. And let me show you here. Watch this. Even with the box on here, I got plenty of room back here. You come right here, you can see. I got plenty of room that I can reach in there and open the box up, the door up. So that's all going to work pretty good. So next step, a couple bolts there. I got to get the foam to put on top of here, the weather stripping. I'm going to drill some holes, about 9 holes through the box. And what I'll do is I'll bolt the box. I'll drill like 3 holes, 3 holes, 3 holes. Put the box on top of it, line it up, and then drill through into the box, and slowly get it bolted down to this. But I think this could be a pretty cool little addition to the bus, the van here. What do you want to call it? Somebody said we ought to call it the Snyder Rider. I don't know, but
I vote for the Snyder Rider.
The Snyder Rider. So anyway, it's going to be a pretty neat little addition. So one more stop to Home Depot, and I'll be done. So stand by for the finished results. Okay, I drilled some holes in these cross pieces. I got one here, here, and here. So that's 3 per bar. And next I'm going to put, okay, so now I cut some foam insulation. This will compact down to 1/4 inch, it says. And that's just going to keep it from, I guess, from vibrating or making noise, kind of, if it does make any noise. But it also will raise it up so that it'll be above the heads of these bolts right here, because they're a little bit high. So when it's compressed, they'll clear those, so they won't be resting on those metal heads, those 4 metal heads of the bolts. Hey, it's done. My new storage box. It took probably a total of about 4 hours, 5 hours worth of work to do. Basically, stripping down the bike rack to basically this bar and the 2 arms, cutting the 3 pieces of aluminum. Remember, always wear eye protection when you're cutting metal or when you're filing it, just in case you get a little sliver, you don't get some aluminum in your eye. So always wear eye protection. So I got the 3 bars cut, drilled holes in them. I added the foam to it, bolted the box to it, and it looks pretty good and steady. It's got a twist handle here. Turn it. There we go. And it lays flat like this. The box is 24, I think, by about 18 or so tall, 18 deep, 17 deep. And I think it's going to work pretty good. I'll keep my sewer hose in here and just some little lightweight items. The funny thing is that the box weighs, I believe, I didn't actually weigh them, but just feel wise, the box weighs less than the racks I took off. So I didn't lose any cargo capacity, but still on the safe side, I won't put more than probably 40, 50 pounds in here. It's gonna be lightweight stuff anyway, hoses and leveling blocks, little things like that. But it locks, it's pretty neat. The whole project, because I already had the bike rack, and that was the tough part I thought, was have some way to mount it to the door. But the whole project, the box on Amazon was like $150. The aluminum piece cost me $30, so we're at $180. The foam, another $5 or $6, $185. Some nuts and bolts, under $200 for this. So I think that's a pretty good deal for the luggage space that I'm going to gain from this. So there it is. If you got any questions, just leave it in the comments, and I'll leave a link below on the box where I bought it on Amazon. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Enjoy yourselves and be safe. Bye.